Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Line Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'll be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Astra Militarum, Blood Angels, and Imperial Knight, also got an Assassin all up in here, against Marcus's Salamanders, using the new Salamander supplement rules and abilities. So it should be pretty fun to throw them down and see what happens here. So the story that we've got going on is that this planet this planet had found itself under a demonic incursion. So demons were popping up all over the planet, and the Imperial forces had all gathered to align themselves up and fight against the demons, and managed to repel them back into the warp. But at the end of the battle, the Inquisition declared that there was too much of a risk that any civilian on this planet may have seen a demon, in which case there's a possibility of them being tainted, and they can't let that kind of information escape. So the Inquisition declared that the entire population of this planet had to be slaughtered to a man. And the forces were taking care of it, but the Salamanders happened to be in this sector, in this city, holding court here, and they decided that was unacceptable, that this city in particular hadn't seen any demons, that the incursion hadn't reached the population here, and that slaughtering them was just a waste of human life, and that seemed wrong to them, and they weren't going to allow that. They weren't going to go along with that. So the Inquisition decided that you can't just say no to the Inquisition. So they sent out a force of Imperial forces that were on this planet to go take care and kill the population in this city. And the Salamanders are holding the line against them, protecting the population of this city. So that's the story that we've got going on. We're going to be playing No Mercy. Essentially, we're just going to be doing kill points, where we've each got 19 units, which is exactly the way it is there, which is pretty fun. And they are going to be fighting. We're just going to be doing kill points. So for every unit that you kill, you get a point. So it kind of perks out, because I've got a whole lot of really soft units that are going to be easier to kill, but I've got one really hard one to kill versus his pretty generally hard to kill stuff along the board. So it should be a lot of fun. That's what we're going to have you doing. So that's the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Astra Militarum and Blood Angels, I will be running a battalion detachment, a vanguard detachment, and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a company commander and a tank commander with a battle cannon, las cannon, and heavy bolter sponsons. We have 3 10-man squads of infantry. Each squad has a heavy weapon platform with a mortar. 2 of the squads have grenade launchers, and 1 of the squads has a sniper rifle. We have a Tempestus Scion command squad with 4 hotshot las guns. We have 3 armored sentinels, 1 with a multi-laser, 1 with a missile launcher, and 1 with a heavy flamer and chainsaw. We have a Chimera with a heavy bolter, multi-laser, and heavy stubber. We have 2 3-base heavy weapons teams, each with mortars. Then for the Vanguard detachment, we have a captain with a jump pack, Thunderhammer, and Storm Shield, and Mephiston. We have a Sanguinary Ancient. We have a 9-man Sanguinary Guard squad with 4 Encarmine swords, 1 Encarmine axe, and 4 Power Fists. We have a 10-man Death Company squad with jump packs. All of them have chain swords and bolt pistols, except for 1 guy who has a Thunderhammer. And last but not least, the Super Heavy Auxiliary Detachment is a Knight Gallant. And then for the Salamanders, you'll be running a Brigade Detachment. From left to right, we have a Librarian with a Force Axe and a Combi Flamer. We have Vulcan Histan. We have Harath Shen, who is a character apothecary from Forge World. And we have a Lieutenant with a Power Sword. We have 2 5-man scout squads with bolters and a heavy bolter. We have 2 5-man scout squads with sniper rifles and a missile launcher. And we have 2 5-man tactical squads with a missile launcher. We have an 8-man assault Terminator squad with 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shields and 3 Lightning Claws. We have a 3-man squad of assault Centurions with flamers and siege drills. We have a 6-man aggressor squad with Flamestorm gauntlets. We have 3 land speeders with a multi-melta and heavy flamer. And last but not least, we have 3 thunderfire cannons. All right, so this is the armies going over deployment here. I've got my Armored Sentinel with the multi-laser over on this side. I've got one of my heavy weapons teams along with my infantry squad with a sniper on this side. I've got my Death Company over here with Mephiston behind him. I've got another Armored Sentinel with a missile launcher right here. I've got the Armored Sentinel with the heavy flamer and the chainsaw over here. I've got my company commander. I've got another heavy weapons squad, another infantry squad with a grenade launcher here. I've got my Vindicare assassin up here. Spent the 2 CP for to bring in just the extra assassin from there. So I brought in a Vindicare. I then have a Chimera here. Inside of there is my 3rd infantry squad. Then I've got a Knight Gallant on this side. In Deep Strike Reserve, I have my Sanguinary Guard, my Sanguinary Ancient, my Smash Captain, and the Tempestus Scion command squad that I've got going on there. Going over deployment for the Salamanders, we've got one of his land speeders on this side. We've got a Thunderfire cannon. We've got 2 more Thunderfire cannons, along with the Librarian and what is his name? The character Harath Shen, who the character Apothecary over on this side. We then have a tactical squad up in the rocks over here. We've got the Centurions who are behind the Aggressors, who are behind the Assault Terminators. We then have a bunch of his characters are inside the building down on the ground over here, hiding from the assassin. We've then got the 2 squads of sniper scouts inside the building here, along with another tactical squad right over on this side. We then have the 2 other land speeders on this side and another scout squad up here. So, as of right now, the Salamanders will be going first, unless I can roll to seize the initiative. Looking for a fill face. Show me that fill face. No, the opposite of it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Salamanders here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Salamanders here on turn 1. This guy stayed still over here. He stayed still. These 2 Thunderfire cannons stayed still. This squad here moved a little bit, except for the rocket launcher guy. He stayed still. All these guys in here moved and advanced up here, including all the characters and all of the Terminators and all of the Aggressors and all of the Centurions. I think you rolled like 1 for every single advance roll or something like that. So basically, they got to move about as far as regular guys get to go with their heavy armor, is what it came down to there. The snipers stood still. This tactical squad moved a bit, except for the missile launcher guy. These guys stood still, as did these guys over here. So that is, and this guy stayed still, and this guy moved up there. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off here, he is going to cast Drake's Skin onto the Assault Terminators up here. Basically what it is it's a warp charge of 6. It can manifest onto a single friendly unit within 12 inches of him, and it gives them +1 toughness. So here we go. That will go off on a 7, giving them toughness 5. His second power that he's going to cast is going to be Fire Shield onto them as well. Essentially what it is warp charge 6. If manifested, single friendly unit within 18 inches, any ranged weapons that shoot at them are -1 to hit, and any any charges against them are -1 to the charge roll. So this is looking for warp charge 6. On a 7, it will go off. Actually, an 8 because he has the relic that gives him +1 to his gives him +1 power and gives him +1 to the to his psychic powers, to his casting for Promethean discipline powers. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, this guy's going to fire his multi-melta because his heavy flamer is not in range into my sentinel over here. So hitting on a 6 will hit. Strength 8, so looking for a 3 to wound. That will wound. AP -4 is going to go straight through. D6 damage. Another 6. The 3 damage. All right, this squad over here, the missile launcher is going to fire into my armored sentinel. So roll to hit. That is a hit. Looking to wound on a 3. That is a wound. It's AP -2, +1 to the AP because it's Devastator Doctrine here, turn 1 for the Salamanders. I'm in cover though, and 50% obscured, so I will get +1 to my save. So strength, looking for AP -3 from 3 would be 6, +1 makes it a 5-up save. No save there. 3 damage, he's dead. Does he explode? No, he doesn't. But that is first strike. All right, so the bottom squad here has this rocket launcher on the 3rd floor there. So these guys are going to fire 2 of the sniper rifles, can see into these guys over here. So they're going to fire into here, and then the 1 rocket launcher is going to fire into my tank commander over here. So it's going to be the 2 and the 1 hitting on 3s. Reroll because of Salamanders, so that's going to be all hits here. Strength
4 and 8.
4 and 8. So we're looking for 4s and 3s. All right, so we got reroll 1 because of Salamanders, so that's going to be all hits there. Those are going to be 2 mortal wounds plus 2, and they're heavy weapons, right?
Yeah, so
it's going to be -1, +1 because they're in cover. Make 1. No, I think I failed both. So that's going to be 4 dead guys there. That is pretty rough there. And then it's got the missile launchers, AP -1, +1 because he's in cover and more than 50% obscured. So looking for a 5-up save. No, do not save that. D6 damage, 4 damage. And now the top squad, 4 of the snipers are going to fire into my Vindicare up over here. And then the missile launcher is going to fire into my dude bro over here. So we're going to go with the 4 and 1 there. Hitting on, would be hitting on 3, so hitting on 5s against him up over here. So re-rolling 1 of those. All right, so that's still going to be 2 hits with the sniper rifle and 1 hit with the rocket launcher there.
4 and 4. Yeah, 4s.
4s for everybody. Reroll because of whatever I call it. So that's going to be 1 of the sniper rounds into my dude bro up over here. So he's going to have a 4-up invul save. Throwing dice on the ground. Nope, no save there. So that's 1 wound there. And then into him over here, 5-up save. No save there. It's D6 damage. That's 6 damage. This tactical squad over here, the rocket launcher is going to fire into my tank commander. That is not a hit, but rerolling because of Salamanders into not a hit. All right, so now this squad is going to fire. My opponent's going to spend 1 CP for the heavy bolter to fire Hellfire rounds into my tank commander over here, and the rest of the bolters are going to go into my infantry squad in the front there. All right, so these are all going to be rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Alrighty. And these are going to be wounding on 4s and 3s.
Wounding is it mortal wounds on the?
Oh, it's a mortal wound. That's right. D3 mortal wounds.
So D3 mortal wounds.
1 mortal wound, and then these are wounding on 3s. So that's going to be 3 wounds there. Reroll them because of the Salamander, so 4 wounds. So they're going to have 4. Those aren't heavy weapons. So these are just going to be 4 4-up saves. And I make 2 of them. And now this squad's going to fire. The regular guys are going to fire into my death company, and then the heavy bolter is going to fire into my tank commander here. So these are all going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Alrighty. Alright, so these are going to be wounding on 4s and 5s. Alright, so reroll 1 because of Salamanders. Nope, no wounds there with the heavy bolters. But we got 1 wound over onto these guys. 3-up armor save. Hey, with the fell face. Woo! Alright, so now his Thunderfire cannon there is going to start us off by firing into my tank commander over here. So it's 4d3 shots. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Reroll 1 because of Salamanders. Nope, not meant to be there. So that's 3 hits. Strength, what is it?
5.
5, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1, reroll 1 because of Salamanders. Nope, still going to have 1 wound there. AP.
I want to say it's -2.
Is it -2 total, or 1 second? All right, so it's a total of -2 because of the Devastator Doctrine that's in effect right now. So looking for a 5-up save. No, do not get it. So he is dead. Does he explode? He does not. Second Thunderfire cannon is going to fire into my death company over here. So he's going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. He's going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. All right, strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be reroll 1 because of Salamanders, so 4 wounds.
-2.
4 AP -2, so 4 5-up saves. Making 2 of those, and then we've got 2 6-up feel no pains because of being death company. Making 1 of those, so I just take 1 dead. And the third Thunderfire cannon into the same death company over here. They're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 of those because of Salamanders. Cool. That's all 5 hits there. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders, so 3 wounds there. These are going to be looking for 5-up saves. Making none of those. 6-up feel no pains. No, none of those. All right, so we have some leadership tests to take now because that's going to be it for shooting phase. No assaults to be made here. So we're going to start with the Death Company here. They've got leadership 7, lost 4 guys, so 4 plus 4 is 8. Re-rolling because of and they shall know no fear. Oops, throwing dice on the floor. With a 3-7, they are good to go. And then my infantry squads are leadership 7 with the sergeants there. So these guys lost 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. They're good to go. These guys lost 2. 3, they're good to go as well. So that is going to be it for the Salamanders' turn here on turn 1. I would say a pretty good turn. So we will come back to you after a movement phase for the Astra Militarum and Blood Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for my Imperial soup over here. Everybody over here stood still. My knight advanced up over this way, staying just outside of 8 inches of his aggressors, which will come in handy to discuss later. My Chimera moved up 12 inches over here. This guy moved up his inches over here. This Sentinel stood still. Mephiston moved up, as did his Dubros over here. And then my infantry squad and heavy weapons team stood still over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Imperial soup here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after with the psychic phase here on turn 1. All right, start it off. Mephiston's going to cast Wings of Sanguinius onto himself. Looking for a 5. That goes off on a 6. And then he's going to cast the Quickening on himself. That will not go off on a 4. All right, so at the beginning of my shooting phase, my opponent spent 2 CP on self-sacrifice, electing for his Assault Terminators there, meaning that I can't shoot any other infantry unit within 6 inches of them for the any infantry unit within 6 inches of them I can't target in the shooting phase. I can only ever target him. So I can target infantry units that are further than 6 inches away, but not unless they're the closest enemy model, so that our enemy unit. So, so for instance, from him, they're about 6 inches away, but I could target them since they're the closest enemy units. But I wouldn't be able to shoot at the aggressors or the Centurions because they are further away there. So for 2 CP. Pretty good, especially since those guys are now tough 4, -1 to hit against shooting. So pretty good. Tough 5, that's right, tough 5, -1 to shoot, hit against shooting. All right, so starting us off, my Vindicare Assassin is going to fire into his Tech Marine back over there. So it's going to be hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -3, so 5-up save. No, that's going to go through, so it's going to be D3 damage. Doing 3 damage with that fill face. So now, because of his rule, which is headshot, I roll a D6 every time a model suffers wounds from me, but doesn't die. On a 3+, he'll take a mortal wound. No, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. No, still nothing. And now my dude bro here is going to fire his Heavy Flamer into the scouts. They're within 6 inches, but again, they are the closest enemy model, enemy unit, so he gets to go beyond that here. So it's D6 auto hits. 1 auto hit. But a wound with a fill face, so AP -1, +1 because they're in cover. No, 1 dead guy. All right, so now my heavy weapons squad here is going to fire into them as well. They're going to have a whole bunch of shots here. Look at it, 17 shots. All right, so they are going to be hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. That is going to be 2 wounds. Here we go. And he fails both of them, though. Okay. All right, I forgot to give an order, but my opponent is being a very kind individual. Allow me to do an order here with my commander here into my infantry squad. I'm going to give them the order to take aim. So they're going to be re-rolling 1s to hit. So first, the mortars and the las guns are going to fire into his scout squad up here, and then the grenade is going to fire into the assault terminators. Why not? So we're going to go with the mortar first. It's going to get 4 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 4s. That is going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. Okay, should then bring it down. 1 wound. Not a save. And then we have 4 las gun shots into the last guy up there. Rerolling those 1s because of take aim. So that's going to be 1 hit. Oh no, 2 hits. 2 hits there. That is going to be 1 wound. Can he fail another save? No, he makes it because they've got +1 for cover. And now the grenade launcher firing into his assault terminators, -1 to hit because of his stratagem that he spent there. That is not going to be a hit. All right, Mephiston is going to fire his plasma pistol over here. I am not going to supercharge. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is not a save, so he takes the damage. All right, so now the other heavy weapons squad is going to fire into his top sniper scouts up there. So that's going to be 3d6 shots, so that's going to be 8, 10 shots. Hitting on 4s. Oof, okay. Not great. 4s again. That's going to be 2 wounds there.
On the camel cloaks.
On the camel cloaks. Fails 1. And now this squad over here is going to fire. The regular guys are going to fire into his speeder, and then the mortar is going to fire into this guy over here. So we're going to do the sniper is going to fire into him as well. So here we go. We're going to go into that one guy over there with 3 shots from the mortar. Getting 1 hit. That is a wound, though. And that is a failed save. That is a first strike. Cool. And now the sniper rifle is going to fire into him over there. That is going to be a hit. Looking for a 5 to wound. Nope, that wound will not do it. And then 2 guys with las guns. That's 2 hits. 6s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. There you go. That's how you do it. Oh, yeah, actually 5s would have been wound, but still, 6 to wound is great, but 2 saves. Missile launcher from here into him. That is cocked. That is a hit. That is a wound. That is not a save. 4 damage. Bolt pistols from these guys into here. Oh, and the 1 grenade from the 1 guy there. So we'll do his in a second. The pistols first. That's cocked. That's going to be 3 hits. Looking for 5s to wound. No wounds there, and the crack grenade. That is not going to hit. All right, so now my Chimera is going to fire everything into the tactical squad back there because they are the closest enemy unit to him. So we're going to go with the heavy bolter first. That is no hits because he moved. Multi-laser. That is 1 hit. Strength 6, so 3s to wound. That is a wound. AP nothing. That is a save. And then the las gun arrays into them, not within 12 inches, so 6 shots here. That is going to be 1 hit. But that's not a wound. All right, so into the assault phase now. My Gallant is going to charge and declare both his aggressors and his terminators here. I am just under 7 inches away from these guys, so I'm more than 8 inches away from his flamers. So now I'm going to charge in there, but because they're -1 to charge, I need a 7-inch charge to get in, because I'm under 7 inches, just under 7 inches, but +1 to the charge because of the stratagem, self-sacrifice they spent there. I'm -1 to the charge, so I need a 7-inch charge. Oh, I should say I spent 2 CP for full tilt to allow him to do this. I know he advanced, that's why I'm going to be doing that there. So here we go. And 7 inches is not, oh no, yeah, 7 inches is what I needed. Oh, I scared myself there for a second. I was like, oh no. Oh, but yes, I'm good to go. Whew. Alrighty, so now my Death Company are going to charge into these guys and into his land speeder over here. So we're gonna go Overwatch. What are we gonna go first? Scouts first. Here we go. These are looking for 6s, getting 1 hit, but getting to reroll 1 because of Salamanders. So 1 hit with the bolter. That is not a wound, though. And now we've got the land speeder over here. So D6 for the flamer. So that's going to be 5 hits with the flamer. These are going to be looking for, and then 1 looking for a 6 with the multi-melta. Whoo! It does hit there. That's why I had them charging in here. These are going to be wounding on 2s and what's-its?
3s.
2s and 3s. There we go. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. So that is going to be 5 regular saves. Oh my gosh. If you slaughter this whole squad in one go in Overwatch, I'm going to be very sad. So here we go. 5 from the heavy flamer. AP -1, so looking for 4-up saves. Ooh, making 3 out of those. And then 6-up feel no pain. Some of them feel faces. Nope, so that's going to be 2 guys dead. And then we've got 1. AP is going to go right through their armor there because it's AP -5 now in this turn. 6 wounds. Let's try these. No, I make 1. So that's going to be 3 guys dead. That's kind of brutal. But then they are going to charge. Let's see their charge distance. On a 6 inches, they'll be in. And now Mephiston is going to charge into his land speeder over here. And he's in. 2d6, he's in. Oh man, who knew? Not my opponent was like, "You're only charging with 1d6." It's like, yeah, he does it with 1 hit. Yeah, it's one leg tied behind his back. He just hobbled into him over there. So he's in. He doesn't need extra dice to charge in. You kidding me? He's Mephiston. That's what you get. All right, so into the fight phase, we're going to start with my Gallant over here attacking into his Terminators. So I'm going to be using my Happy Feet here, so it's going to be 15 attacks, hitting on 2s. It's only -1 to hit with ranged weapons against them with the CP that he spent. My opponent also spent 1 CP on, what is it called? Strength of the Primarch, which gives them +1 strength, and on wound rolls of a 6, it does double damage. So those Thunderhammers can really do a number on me if he gets into me with that. So we're going to go with these attacks into them. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. That was a 2. So that's going to be 4 misses there. These are now going to be strength 8 because he's using his Happy Feet, but they are tough 5 now. So this is going to be wounding on 3s. Okie dokie. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 wounds there. AP -2. So how do you want to take these?
I'm gonna start 3 on 3 Thunderhammer Storm.
All right, so he's gonna do 3 on 3 Thunderhammer Storm Shields. Fails 1 of them, so that's gonna be D3 damage. Do you want to CP? No, right? Yeah. So D3 damage. 3 damage. So that is going to be a dead Thunderhammer Storm Shield, and that was 3 so far. Yep. So we got another 4.
Yeah, another 3.
Another 3 Thunderhammer Storm Shields. No. Failing 2 of them. So the first one is going to do 1. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Into the same exact thing. And then the second one will just kill that guy there. And then the last one.
Also
on a 3-up Thunderhammer Storm Shield. And he's good. And then once he's done attacking there, I'm going to spend 1 CP for Thunder Stomp, which is I get to roll a D6. On my 4+, it does D3 mortal wounds to his guys there, his squad there. That does, so D3 mortal wounds. I'm going to do 2 mortal wounds, so killing 1 more Terminator. All right, so now Mephiston's going to attack into his land speeder here. He's going to have 5 attacks because of Shock Assault here, hitting on 2s. That is going to be all hits. These are now going to be strength 10 because it's strength times 2 with his sword. He's strength 5 base. He's toughness 5, so this is going to be wounding on 2s. That is all but 1 wound there, so that's going to be 5 wounds. These are going to be AP -3, so 5 6-up saves. 4 6-up saves. My bad. Made none of them, so he will be dead. Does he explode? He does. Of course he does. Of course he does. So he does 1 mortal wound to both these squads here. So onto Mephiston, he has a 5-up feel no pain. Nope, he's going to take a wound, and then these guys have a 6-up feel no pain. Yeah, with the filthers. Woo! All right, so this squad consolidated into, piled into his dude bros over here. So 2 guys got into combat there. They're going to have 2 attacks base, +1 because of Black Rage, because of on the charge, +1 because of the Chainsword, +1 because of Shock Assault. So 5 attacks each. It's going to be 10 attacks into his squad over there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Okie dokie. And these are now going to be wounding on 3s because of Red Thirst. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 4-ups. Failed all but 1. So he passed 1 of his armor saves. And I'm not going to pile in there, so he will be out of combat. All right, so now his Terminators here are going to get into combat. We're going to have 2 guys with Lightning Claws in there and 2 guys with Thunderhammers. The Sergeant has Lightning Claws there. So we're going to have 9 attacks with Lightning Claws because of Shock Assault since they were charged this turn. And we're going to have, 6 attacks with Thunderhammers. My opponent spent 1 CP for Fury of the First, which gives them +1 to hit. And they are going to attack into my knight here. So we're going to have the Lightning Claws are going to be the yellow ones. The reds are going to be the Thunderhammers. Thunderhammers are hitting on 3s because of -1, +1. And re-rolling 1s because of Vulcanist stand there.
So Salamander re-roll on the 2.
Salamander re-roll that 2. All right, so that's still going to be 2 more hits there, which is pretty good. They're going to be strength, +1 because you did the,
Yep.
Yes,
strength
+1
5.
because of that, so they're going to be strength 5. Thunderhammers are going to be strength 10. Lightning Claws are going to be strength 5. So the Lightning Claws are going to be wounding on 5s. The Thunderhammers are wounding on 3s. Lightning Claws get to reroll. Lightning Claws get to reroll. Alrighty. Okay, and then those are all going to be, those are double wounds there. So these are going to be looking for AP -2 and AP -1 or 2 on Lightning Claws. 2 on Lightning Claws, and 3 on the Thunderhammers. So we'll do the Thunderhammers first. So we'll do the 4. We'll do the 1 double damage one first. So we'll do that one. So this is looking for a AP -3, so looking for a 6-up save. Nope, nothing there. So it's 6 damage already. Then we've got 4 more with the Thunderhammers. These are going to be looking for 6-up saves as well. Making 1 of those. So that's an additional 9 damage. So that's 15 damage already from the Thunderhammers. Then we've got 2 with the Lightning Claws. These are AP -2. So these are going to be looking for AP -2, looking for 5-up saves. Failed both of those, so there's going to be 2 more damage each. So that's going to be 4 more damage there. And then we've got 4 more of the Lightning Claw saves on 5-ups. Making 1 of those, so an additional 3 damage. For how much is that damage now?
22.
For 22 damage. Woo-wee, that is real brutal. He's down to 2 wounds. Oof, F in the chats. All right, so we have some leadership tests to take. We'll take this guy first. 4 plus 1 is 5. He's good to go. These guys only lost 1. They don't have to take it, but these guys over here lost 3. So 3 plus 4 is 7. They are good to go. So that's going to be it for the Imperial forces here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Salamanders on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Salamanders here on turn 2. His land speeder moved up over here so that he's within 8 inches of my dude bro here, but outside of 6 inches in case I were to explode all over his face. His Terminators fell out of combat with my dude bro here. His named apothecary, which I can't remember his name, Shen, last name Shen, yeah. Mr. Shen over here moved up so he can do his apothecary things to him at the end of this movement phase. These guys advanced around or just moved?
They did advance.
They did advance. Centurions advanced, as did his aggressors. They rolled a 6 on their advance, so they really got up in it. All of his characters kind of moved up over here. His librarian moved around the corner over there. The tactical squad, except for the missile launcher, shuffled around a bit. This guy stayed still, as did the other 2 Thunderfire cannons. His scouts stood still, as did his tactical squad over here. And this guy moved around over here, and his land speeder moved up over there, looking on poor Mephiston. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so he is now going to put what is it? Scales of dragon scales or something scales. Drake skin. Yeah. Getting onto his aggressors over there. That will go off on a 10, so that gives them +1 toughness, making them toughness 6, and flame shield. He's also going to go for it. Fire shield.
On fire and shielded.
Fire shield, which will go off on an 11 there. Keeps knocking over my dang dude bro over there onto these guys. So they are going to have, what is it, -1 to hit. Yep. Yeah, -1 to hit and -1 to charge into them. So pretty brutal, but pretty good there for his psychic phase. Forgot these guys had to take a leadership test. They lost 3 guys. 3 plus 3 is 6. They're good. All right, so then his land speeder is going to start us off here in the shooting phase, shooting into Mephiston with everything. So what are you going to do first?
D6 shot.
D6 flamer shots in there, 2 shots. These are going to be strength 5, toughness 5, so 4s to wound.
+1 to wound.
Oh, +1 to wound. Oh no, heavy flamer is a heavy weapon.
It's just flame.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the super doctrine for the Salamanders now, he did change into tactical doctrine. While they're in tactical doctrine, flame and melter weapons are +1 to wound here. So it would be 4s to wound, but now it's 3s to wound. So that's going to be 1 wound there. Salamander reroll on that wound. Nope, not meant to be. So AP -1 +1 because he's in cover there. And he fails it. Good job. Good job. Oh, 5 up, feel no pain though. Yeah, he good. Woo! Yeah. So, right. And here comes his melter shot. That is going to hit, wounding on a 2. No wound there, but he already used his reroll of wound, so he can't reroll it. And the scout here is going to shoot into the Death Company. That's going to be 1 hit. Reroll because the salamander is into 2 hits. That's going to be no wounds. Rerolling into 1 wound.
-1.
-1 +1 because they're in cover there. No. 6 up, feel no pain. No. All right, his tactical squad back over here. The missile launcher is going to fire into my mortar squad. And then there's 2 guys with bolters that can see these Death Company over here. So these are all going to be hitting on 3s. They didn't move, so they get the better bolter rule there. And these are now going to be wounding on, that would be 2s, and wounding on 4s. So that's going to be 1 and 1. So we'll do the 1 into these guys over here. Nope, 6 up, feel no pain. Nope, that is going to be a dead guy. And then over here, it's
D6 damage.
D6 AP minus
2.
AP minus 3. Oh, AP minus 2 plus 1 because they're in cover there, so 6 up save. No, that's not a save. And that's 1 wound. The top squad of scouts here are going to fire their 3 remaining snipers into my Vindicare, and then the missile launcher is going to go into my armored sentinel over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Cool, cool, cool. These are going to be wounding on not a 2, just rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. So that's going to be 1 wound there with the sniper rifle, looking for a 4-up invul save. Oh, they were -2 to hit. 1 second. All right, so we just have the 1 that actually hit in the end. So we're going to reroll that wound there. Not a wound, but you get to reroll 1 wound. Oh no, you rerolled the missile launcher wound into this guy over here. So then the lower squad's going to do the same thing. 4 snipers into him, hitting on 5s. Now we'll remember, and then the missile launcher into him, hitting on a 3. Alrighty, so that's going to be 2 hits. Which one are you going to reroll? That one?
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 2 hits there. These are going to be wounding on 4 and a 4 and those 2 wounds there. So we'll do the 1 into him first, 4-up invul save. He's good. And then into him is going to be AP minus 2 plus 1 because he's in cover over there. So it's going to be looking for a 4-up save. He's good. All right, so now the tactical squad's going to fire into him with everything there. The bolter guys move, so they don't get the double shots, but the missile launcher didn't move, so he's got full ballistic skill. Alrighty, rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. So that's going to be 1, AP minus 2, 5-up save. That is not a save. 5 damage. I know the land speeder is going to fire everything into him. So flamers first. It's going to be 6 shots.
Should have hit with the Melta.
To hit with the Melta is also going to be a hit.
+1 to wound.
+1 to wound because of it being a Melta. So that's going to be a wound with the Melta there. All of these are looking for 5s to wound except for that. So that's going to be 3 wounds there. So we'll do the heavy, let's do the Melta first. That's going to go straight through.
Yep.
So D6 damage.
2d6.
2d6 because he's in range there. So that's going to be 3 damage there. Plus 3 at AP minus 1 because of the flamer. Heavy flamer there. Making 2 of those. So he's going to take 4 damage down to 1. All right, so Mr. Shen over here is going to overcharge his plasma pistol shooting into my Knight Gallant over here. That is not a hit. That's a 1. Rerolling 1s because of Salamander. No, back into a 1. But he's got a special plasma pistol that just gives him a mortal wound as opposed to kill him outright. Pretty good there. Good thing he's got that. Good thing to show off his special powers there. Way to go. Thank you. Appreciate that. And Combi Flamer from his Librarian into him over here. That is going to be 5 hits. These are Strength 4, Toughness 8, would be 6s to wound, except they've got +1 to wound because they're in the Tactical Doctrine here. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds because of that tactical super doctrine there. So that's going to be 3 wounds. AP minus 1 because of it being the tactical doctrine phase, and that's an assault weapon. So these are going to be 3 AP minus 1, so 3 4-up saves. And I failed 2 of them, so he's going to be dead. We'll come back to you with that. All right, I'm going to spend 2 CP, my last 2 CP, on Noble Sacrifice for him. On a 4+, he will explode. Oh, of course you're going to do that to me. Why? All right, so now as aggressors, 2 of them are in range of my Sentinel over here. So they are going to be rolling 4d6 shots into him over here. He had a Warlord trait on Vulcanistan, but he also spent 1 CP to give an extra Warlord trait to his Lieutenant, who's going to have his Warlord trait is going to be plus. We get to Lord of Fire, so he gets to reroll the number of shots that you get with flame weapons when they fire him. So he's going to be 4d6 shots re-rolling. So probably re-roll that 2 on average into a 1. Okay, not meant to be. So that's going to be 14 hits. All right, so he's going to be wounding on 5s, but because they are near the Forge Father, his rules allow them to re-roll wounds for re-roll all hits and all wounds for Melta and flame weapons. So he's going to be re-rolling these wounds. So wounding on 5s. Oh no, wounding on 4s. Because they're
+1 to wound.
+1 to wound. Right. So none of those were 4s that you had in your hand?
I don't remember.
Oh, he doesn't remember. So re-rolling here. And these will remember to take leave the 4s in there. That's a lot of wounds.
10.
So it's going to be 10 wounds. These are going to be AP -1 because of it being the doctrine, whatchamacallit, the tactical doctrine. So these are going to be looking for 4-up saves. Failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he did. Does he explode? No, he does not. Thunderfire cannon number 1 is going to fire into my dude bro over here.
43.
43 shots. That's going to be 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. All right, these are going to be hitting on 3s. Reroll 1 because of Salamanders. Pretty good there. These are strength 4, wounding on strength 5. So looking for 5s to wound. Reroll 1 because of Salamanders. So that's going to be 3 wounds.
-1.
3 wounds, AP -1. And I failed 1. That's enough for him to die. Does he explode? No, he does not. And 2 guys twisted ankles getting out of the Chimera. And the next Thunderfire cannon is going to target these guys over here. So that is going to be 2, 4, 6, 7 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Cool. These are now strength 5, so 3s to wound. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. So that's going to be 5 at AP -1. 5 6-up saves. And I make none. And then the last Thunderfire is going to do the same thing over here. That is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Hitting on 3s. No need to reroll. Wounding on 3s. That is all wounds there. So that is how many? 6? So we've got 6. This is... And they are all gone. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his sergeant here is going to charge into my death company, bro. That is not a hit with the grenade there. His charge distance is in. All right, and then I heroically intervened over here at the end of his charge phase. So into the fight phase, his dude bro over here is going to start us off. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 hits. That is going to be 1 wound there. 3-up save. He's good. All right, so now his land speeder is going to attack into Mephiston over here. He's got 3 attacks with a shock assault there. It's going to be 2 hits. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. These are now going to be wounding on, what is it, strength 4, right?
Yeah.
So rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Nope, so that's going to be 1 wound. He's good with that save. And now my dude bro with the Thunderhammer is going to attack in. He's got 2 attacks base plus 1 because of shock assault since he was charged here. These are going to be hitting on 4s. That's going to be 1 hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP -3 is going to go straight through and just collaborate him. And now Mephiston's going to attack into his dude bro over here. 5 attacks since he heroically intervened over there with shock assault. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Okay, that's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 2s because of strength times 2. That's going to be 3 wounds there. These are going to be AP -3, 6-ups. Making 1, so 2d3 damage. 2, 4 damage, so he's still alive. All right, so that's going to be it for the Salamander's turn here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Soup here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for my Imperial Soup here. This infantry squad stood still, as did my heavy weapons squad. Mephiston stayed in combat with his land speeder over here. My armored sentinel stayed still over here. Vindicator stayed still, as did the heavy weapons team and infantry squad over here, and company commander over here. In from reserves come my sanguinary ancient over here, as well as my sanguinary guard. Oh, and my death company guy moved over there. I've got my Tempestus Scion squad over there, dropped in over there, and my Smash Captain dropped in over here. I should point out, I forgot to tell you, my warlord was the tank commander. I had spent a CP to use the Vigilist attachment to make them special, so he could take the relic with the 3 flat damage battle cannon, and I also gave him the warlord trait that allows him to re-roll for roll to get back CP. So my opponent managed to kill me before any of that came into account. So good. Cool. All right, so that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. First things first, he's going to cast Unleashed Rage onto my into my Sanguinary Guard over there. That's going to go off with a 10. And then he's going to cast Smite onto this dude bro here. And that'll go off on a 7. I don't think you're within 24 inches of me. So D3 mortal wounds. And 3 mortal wounds, so he is dead. Does he explode? Don't do it. Don't do it. No, he doesn't. All right, starting off the shooting phase, my Vindicator can see his lieutenant back over there, so I'm going to shoot into him. Hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 2. Yes, wounding on a 2. That is a wound. This is going to be AP -3, no invul save allowed, and ignoring cover.
Ignoring cover?
Yeah, it ignores. Okay. He's got
So
the mess. So go save. No, does not happen. So D3 damage. It's going to be 2 damage to him. Then I get to roll a D6 because he took damage and did not die. On a 3-up, he takes a mortal wound. No mortal wound. My Armored Sentinel is going to fire a missile into the Terminators over here. That is not a hit. Heavy Weapon Squad here is going to fire into his Tactical Squad over there. They're going to have 11 shots. Hitting on 4s. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to reroll 1s to... I mean, it didn't make a difference. I was going to reroll 1s to order there. I forgot to tell that. But didn't hit any 1s there. Wounding on 4s. That is going to be 3 wounds here. That is all but 1 save. Then my infantry squad is going to fire into the Terminators, except for the mortar, which is going to fire into that infantry squad, into the tactical squad. So we'll do the mortar first. It's going to get 6 shots. Pretty good. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. That is going to be 3 wounds. That is going to be 1 dead. Then we got the grenade launcher. That is a hit. That is a wound. AP -2 grenade launcher, right? So that's going to be good to go. And then we got 4 lasgun shots. Alrighty. That is a wound. 2-up save.
Onto White and Claw.
And he's good. Angelus bolt guns into the aggressors over here. -1 to hit because they have that that fancy thing on them over there. So he's looking for 4s. That's a lot of 3s you just got rid of there. Well paid there. Strength 4, toughness 6 now because of that same power. Looking for 5s to hit. 5s to wound. Sorry. Okay. Getting 2. AP -1, but Salamanders ignore that. 2-up saves. They're good. His Angelus bolt gun is going to fire into them. That's going to be 1 hit. -1 to hit there. That is not going to be a wound though. Now my heavy weapon squad here is going to fire into his tactical squad over there. It's going to get 12 shots. Hitting on 4s. Wow. All right. And then wounding on 4s. That is going to be 4 wounds there. 3s to save, failing 1. And then the infantry squad, the mortar is going to fire into that tactical squad, and the sniper is going to fire into that tactical squad. We'll go with the sniper first. That is a hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4 to wound. That is a wound. 3 up, 2. Oh yeah, 3 up because he's got the guy out there. That is good to go. And here comes the mortar squad. Gonna get 2 shots. Getting no hits. And then my hot shots there are going to fire into his tactical squad. That is going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 1 wound. AP -1 or 2. 1 second. 5-up save. AP -2. No, dead guy. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Now into the assault phase. We're going to start with these guys. They are going to charge into his aggressors over here. So I need a 9-inch charge to get in. And I'm in with a 9-inch charge. And now my Death Company guy is going to charge into his tactical squad there. All right, so that's going to be 1 hit with the missile launcher. That is going to be a wound.
That's 2.
That is not a save. Damage.
He's got only.
He's got 5 damage. Here we go. 5 6-ups. Easy peasy. No, he did. He's going to charge into the aggressors as well. I need 2 dice for that one. I don't know why I keep rolling 1. Making it!
Yeah.
And now my slam captain is going to charge into these guys over here. So he's going to have 1, 2, 3, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots here. Hitting on 6s. Getting 1 hit. Re-rolling 1 because the Salamanders. Getting 2 hits.
3s.
That's going to be need 3 to wound. Re-rolling 1 because of Salamanders. That is going to be 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. So he takes 1 wound, but then his charge distance is not in. Oof. All right, so at the beginning of the fight phase, my opponent's going to spend 2 CP on transhuman physiology onto my dude bros over here. Onto his dude bros over here, not my dude bros. I wish he spent it on my dude bros. On his dude bros there, which means that to wound rolls of 1, 2, and 3, or 2 and 3, I guess, those dice roll effects are always fails on them. So we're going to go with my fists first. So they've got 2 attacks base, +1 because of shock assault, +1 because of unleashed fury. So we're going to have 16 attacks with power fists into them over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s because they're -1 to hit because of, oh no, hitting on 4s because it's base 3, -1 to hit because of the fact that they have power fists. Alrighty. Alright, not bad. These are going to be strength 8, wounding on 3s, which become 2s, but I still only wound on 4s because of transhuman physiology. So these are all fails. So we've got 4 that go through there. These are going to be AP -3, so looking for 6-up saves. Failing all of them. So we'll go with D3 at a time. The first one is going to be 2, so 1 wound left on the next guy, so that next one will kill him. And then we've got the next one, does 1 and 2, so he's going to have 2 dead aggressors. And now we're going to do the 4 in Carmine swords into them as well. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty, those are not quite as good. It's a lot of 1s, holy cow. These are now going to be wounding on 4s because of red thirst. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. AP -3. Oh, wait, 1 second. All right, so these are going to be looking for 6-up saves. Making 3 of them! Oh, man. D3 damage. 3 damage, so it kills a guy. And then we've got the axe. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on, I guess again, 4s, because that's all I can wound on. That's going to be 1 wound there. That's not a save. D3 damage. 2 damage. And now my Sanguinary Ancient is going to charge in, or is going to attack and bit his attacks in there. 3 attacks base, +1 because of shock assault. Hitting on 3s, that's all hits. These are wounding on 4s because of red thirst within Carmine Sword. That's going to be 3 wounds there. AP -3, so 6-ups. No, fails all of them. D3, well, the first one's just going to kill the guy with the 1 wound left. And then the other ones are going to go. So the second one is going to do 2 wounds, which will kill a second guy. Yep. All right, so now his Aggressor Sergeant, the only one left there, is going to attack back. He's got 4 attacks base, +1 because of shock assault. Hitting on 4s because they are fists, re-rolling 1 because of Salamander. So that's going to be 2 hits. These are going to be strength 8, so wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. AP -3, so these are going to be looking for 5-up saves because they got 2-up armor. Making them both! Woo! -5. Alrighty, so we do have a leadership test take over here. They have leadership 8. They lost 5 guys. 5 + 3 is 8. He is good to go. So that is going to be it for the Imperial Super turn here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Salamanders on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Salamanders here on turn 3. These guys moved up over here. He moved up around over this way. All 3 Thunderfire cannons stood still, as did this tactical squad here, as well as the Librarian. Oh no, the Librarian moved up over around this way. These guys over here, everyone just kind of moved up around over here. He stayed in combat over there. These scouts stayed in combat, and then stayed still. And then these tactical squad moved up here to take on my Tempestus Scion command squad over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, his apothecary here is going to try to bring back an aggressor.
It's on a 3-up.
On a 3-up because he's special. He got it. Even if he was a regular guy, he'd be there. So here comes back an aggressor with 1 wound left. All right, so into the psychic phase, my opponent is going to cast Fire Shield onto his Terminators over here. That will go off with an 8, and then he's going to cast Drake Scales or something like that onto his aggressors. That's going to go off with a 6. 7 because he's got +1. Blah, blah, blah. Starting off the shooting phase, this dude bro is going to fire his multi-melta into my heavy weapon squad over here. Hitting on a 4 because he moved with a heavy weapon. Rerolling because of Salamanders. Into a hit. Wounded on a 2. That is a wound. AP -4 is just going to go through. D6 damage. 1 damage. All All right, so the technical squad there is going to fire the rocket launcher into my mortar squad over here. That is not a hit, but rerolling because of salamanders into a hit. That's not a wound. Rerolling because of salamanders into a wound. AP -2, +1 because they're in cover. 6 up. No. And now these guys are going to fire into my command squad. So we've got frag. That's going to be 3 shots. And then they've got the regular bolters that are going to fire as well. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1 because of being the dude bro. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of being salamanders. Cool, cool, cool. So that's going to be 5 bolter shots there. This is you're still tactical doctrine, right? So that's going to be 5 at -1, +1 because they're in cover. 4 ups. Failing 1 of those, not bad. And then
no minuses, right?
2 no minuses. Oh, they might be assault. No, they might be rapid. No, they're not.
That's still got to be heavy, right?
No, grenades are not. Oh no, they're grenades. I don't know. 1 second. It's a missile launcher. Whatever. So no AP on that. So looking for 3 ups since they are in cover. Making 1, fail 1. All right, the top squad over here is going to fire their 3 snipers into my Vindicare, and then he's going to fire the rocket launcher into my mortar squad. So hitting on 5s and 3. All right, rerolling 1 because of being salamanders into a hit there, so it's 1 and 1. These are going to be wounding on 4 and 3. So that's going to be no wound onto the Vindicare, but 1 wound onto those guys. AP -2, +1 because they're in cover, and that 6 up makes a save. And now the bottom squad is going to fire 4 snipers into my sniper, and then they're going to fire the rocket launcher into my infantry squad over here. So the rocket launcher is going to frag. It's going to get 5 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 3s, and then the snipers are going to hit on 5s. All right, reroll 1.
Sniper.
Alrighty, so that's going to be 2 hits with the frag, 1 hit with the snipers, wounding on 4s and 3s. So that's going to be 2 onto them, and that's going to do a mortal wound onto my Vindicare assassin. Plus he has a 4-up invul save. Nope, so he's going to take 2 wounds there, down to 2. And then into these guys had 2 wounds over there, AP nothing, so it's going to be 4-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. All right, Thunderfire Cannon here is going to fire into my captain. Captain O'Captain, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots that are going to be coming in here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of salamanders. Okay. It's 2 not hits. These are going to be strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1 because of salamanders. That's going to be 4 wounds over there. 4 3-up saves. And I failed 1. Second one's going to fire into the captain over here. That's going to have 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 9, 10, 11 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 because of salamanders. Alrighty. And wounding on 4s. Wound on 3s. Sorry. Rerolling because of salamanders. So that's going to be 4 wounds over there. That is going to be 1 failed save. And the last one's going to do the same thing. So that's going to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble mathing. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1 because of being the Salamanders. All right, so that's going to be a bunch of hits there. These are going to be wounding on 4s. 3s, I keep saying that. I don't know why. So that's going to be 4 wounds again. Don't do what you've been doing. Make all these saves. No, he failed 1 again, and that's enough to kill him. All right, you're about to see why salamanders have such a really good supplement here. So his aggressors are in combat here. So they are going to now, normally they wouldn't be able to fire, but my opponent is going to spend 1 CP on Immolation Protocol, which allows them to turn, this unit to turn their flame weapons into pistols. So he's now going to have his flame gauntlets being pistols. They're going to fire into my dude bros over here. That would be, because they didn't move, 8d6 shots into my dude bros over here, right? My opponent's going to spend 2 more CP on Flamecraft, which allows them to have the max number of hits from those instead of rolling the d6. So instead, it's going to be 48 shots into these guys. My opponent's then going to spend 1 CP for, what is it, Rites of Battle, which will allow one of those guys flame shots on unmodified wound rolls of 4. It does a mortal wound in addition to any of the damage that it does. So we've got 24 shots that on 4+ to wound are going to be doing mortal wounds into this squad. Oh boy, here we go. So we're gonna. This is gonna be
just the mortal wound guy.
This is gonna be the mortal wound guy. 24 auto hits into him over here. So these are going to be wounding on 3s because he's still got +1 to wound for their for them being flame weapons. 3s to wound.
I'm gonna fish for the 4s.
All right, so we're gonna look for the 4s first.
No,
so we've got.
I'm gonna reroll even the 3s because I'm gonna.
You're gonna reroll. Oh, so he's gonna even reroll the 3s because Vulcan stand says you can reroll wound rolls with that. It doesn't say that it's failed wound rolls. So he's gonna reroll those 3s looking for 4s. Oh man, getting a bunch more here. All right. So those are all going to be mortal wounds in addition to the weapon wounds. So how many mortal, we're going to figure out how many mortal wounds this is. 17 mortal wounds just took all of those guys out of combat. I've got 1 wound left on 1 guy there, and I still have to make the saves on all of these. So these are going to be 2-up saves because they become pistols, so they lose the AP, the additional AP for the tactical doctrine, but I need to make all these 2-ups. If you see a single one, that squad is wiped. Yes, he is. That's not bad. I'm not going to lie. Especially for my rolling, only dying 3 times over is not bad for him. But he is indeed dead. That squad is wiped. Boy, that was 1 guy. That wasn't even the other guy. The other guy's over there like reloading his Prometheum, getting ready to fire into them. And he goes, oh man, they're all dead. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. It for the shooting phase. His assault centurions are now going to charge into my my sanguinary ancient over there. Overwatch, getting 1 hit, not bad, but a 1 will not wound him. And 3 inches won't get him in though. Ooh, it's going to spend a CP to reroll one of those into a 1. He ain't coming in. All right, so now Vulcan's going to charge in over here, getting 1 hit. Not getting that wound with that 1. And his charge is way in. And now his Terminators are going to charge into my heavy weapons squad and the infantry squad over here. Heavy weapons first. We're going to do all 3 mortars that are left over here. So that's going to be 13 shots. Hitting on 6s. Getting 2 hits. These are going to be strength 4, toughness 4. That is 1 wound, 2-up save.
The back guy.
He's good. Then I've got 7 las gun shots plus a las pistol shot. Getting 3 in there. These are wounded on 5s. Getting no wounds. And then I've got a crack grenade. No hit. Their charge distance is going to be in. And then his tactical squad's going to charge into my scions over there. They're in rapid fire range, so firing their hotshot las guns. Getting no hits there. Their charge distance not in on a double 1. All right, so into the fight phase. Vulcan Stan's going to start us off here. He is going to be attacking into my dude bro, into my sanguinary ancient over here. So he's going to have 4 base attacks plus 1 for shock assault. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. That's going to be all hits. He has +2 strength because of his warlord trait, +2 strength because of his spear. So strength 8, wounding on 2s. That's going to be all wounds there. These are going to be AP -2. So we've got 5 4-up saves. I failed 3 of them. D3 apiece. 2, 4, 2, 5, 6. He did. All right, so now into the fight squad over here with the Terminators. He's got this 2 guys with lightning claws going into my infantry squad over here. 9 attacks after whatchamacallit. Rerolling
1 because of salamanders.
1 because of salamanders. All right, and these are now going to be strength 4, so 3s to wound. And rerolling because of lightning claws. And that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. That's 2. I've got 1 guy left. There's actually 2 guys left, including my sergeant, but one of the hammers is going into them. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1 because of. Oh no, you don't get to reroll his 1.
Oh, you already
used that 1.
Yeah, I didn't. Thank you.
And then this is going to be wounded on 2. That killed another guy flat out. And then the other 2 hammers are going to go into the mortars over here. 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s. No reroll.
Thank you.
This guy over here, you got to keep your eye on this one. That's both of them dead. Boop. And now I actually get to swing back over here. I've got my sergeant with a chainsword left. 3 attacks. No hits. That's what he can do. All right, so we got 1 leadership test take over here. They lost 6 guys. 6 plus 3 is 9, so he is going to run away. And that is it for the Salamander's turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial soup here on, actually it's only Astra Militarum at this point, on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Imperial soup here on turn 3. My Vindicator Assassin stood still. My company commander ran like the true hero of the Imperium that he is over this way. The Sentinel here stood still. The weapon squad stood still, as did the infantry squad. I do have Mephisto. I forgot about him. He's moving up over this way, and my Scions stood still. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, first things first, he's going to give himself Wings of Sanguinius. That will go off. And then he's going to use Quickening. That's going to go off. All right, so first things first, my Vindicator Assassin is going to fire into Vulcan Hastan. He's going to have one shot here, hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound. AP -3. No invul save allowed. No invul saves allowed on the Exeter rifle, dog.
Oh, I thought you were shooting Mephiston.
Oh, no, not Mephiston yet. No, that's not going to be a save. D3 damage. 2 damage. Then I roll a 3+. He takes a mortal wound. 3 rounds. 3 times he failed to do that. Actually, 4 times he failed to do that because I re-rolled that first time. And now Mephiston's going to fire into him with supercharged plasma. So he's going to fire it here, hitting on a 2. That is a hit. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -3. 3 up invul save. No, fails it. Takes 2 damage. All right, so now this guy's going to fire into the aggressors over there. That is a hit. That is a wound. AP -2, +1, they're in cover, so 4 up. That is going to be good. The Scions are going to fire into the tactical squad there. That is going to be 4 hits. These are going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds, AP -2. 5 ups, no. All right, my heavy weapons squad is going to fire into the tactical squad over here. So that's going to be, 16 shots coming in. All right, these are going to be hitting on 4s. All right, hey, not bad. They finally learned how to shoot, which is good. Let's see if they packed real ammo or Nerf mortars. Wounding on 4s. Alrighty, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. These are going to be looking for 2 up saves because they're in cover. Oh, they are good. All right, so the infantry squad is going to fire into that tactical squad. We're going to go with the sniper first, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4. That's not a wound. And then we've got the mortar. That's going to be 3 shots here, hitting on 4s, getting 1 hit. 1 wound with a fill face. And he doesn't save it. Dead guy. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. Mephiston is going to charge into Vulcanistan and the aggressors. My opponent's going to spend 2 CP to then allow his Centurions to fire Overwatch as well. So they are going to fire their flamers as well. So we're going to go with the Overwatch. Let's do, what do you want to do first? Let's do the aggressors. So the aggressors are going to have 8 D6 auto hits onto me here. Getting to re-roll the number because of Vulcanistan there. All right. Oh, because of the lieutenant. That's right, because of his warlord trait. So re-rolling all those 1s and 2s into a whole lot of hits here. So that's going to be 8, what is that? 12, 13, wait, you keep moving things. 10, 23, 29, 32 hits. All right, these are strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound. Oh no, because they're flame weapons and it's still tactical doctrine.
He's tough 1, isn't he?
He's tough 5. Oh, he's tough 5. So it would have been 5s to wound, so it becomes 4s to wound. That's right. We'll come back to that. All right, re-rolling wounds because of Vulcanistan there. All right, that's 21 wounds. Oof. 21 wounds. These are going to be AP -1 because of the tactical doctrine being in effect here. So these are going to be looking for 3 up saves. Okay. So that is going to be 1. That's not bad, not bad. All right, all right, all right, all right. And then these are going to be 5 up, feel no pains. Ooh, failed them all. And with that, the Lord of Death dies. Oh, killer. All right, so that is the end of the Imperial Soup turn 3 here, and that's what we're going to call this game, because there's not much I can do left with these guys over here. That's all I've got left is these guys plus those 2 Scions. So I think the 2 Scions are probably going to get shot to death over there on his turn, and then he's just going to keep wailing at me with the Thunderfire cannons on his turn and just wipe out these guys. So I think on his turn, I'd probably be dead, I think is what it's going to come down to, because his missile launchers will fire into this guy, killing him off, and then maybe he might be still alive just because it was -2 to hit. But even then, I think those Terminators are just going to go up the building and just charge into him. So it would be brutal and dead. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. That was quite an eye-awakening experience as to what the Salamanders can do. Honestly, out of all of the Space Marine supplements, I know that Iron Hands has drawn the most salt out of anything that we've seen so far. But I think the Salamanders, if you play them properly, if you kind of build your army properly around what they can do, I think they are the ones who have the strongest chance of being just absolute like game changers out of all the supplements. You know, because my opponent here didn't even do some of the stuff where you could be a Salamanders, what is it, a successor chapter, and then you give them the +3 to range weapons, so now all of a sudden all of his flamers are range 11, and then you deep strike in like you put the Centurions inside of a drop pod, and turn 1 they drop down out there, and they've got 2, 4 6 D6 hits that are going to. I think they can. I think the Centurions can go in a drop pod. Yeah, so you put them in there, or you put in like a Stern Guard squad with 10 flamers in it, with 2 heavy flamers, dropping in with a drop pod, and with the 11-inch flamers, they just can like obliterate anything that turn 1. Then you've got the Thunderfire cannons that just keep wailing into things. You saw what happened when a Knight runs into a bunch of Terminators with all of their abilities there, so you put those guys just marching up the board. Making them tough 5, -1 to hit against shooting. That's like they're gonna keep living, and they're gonna keep going, and they're just gonna pummel you. So awesome to see that. Awesome to see how that went there. Even though I ended up being on the wrong end of it, still awesome to see it. So I hope you guys again have enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Marcus, and until next time, have fun.